Okay, so today I'm going to give you guys my review of the Chicago Sky and the Minnesota Lynx game. These are 2 out of my 3 teams, so this will be fun. So starting off with Angel Reese, for the most part, I think that this was a good game for her. 16, 17, and 6. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. She's really been on a tear, and I'll show the graphic of her last 5 games, but it's been crazy. 1 block, she had a block on Phee, which I will show, but you love that. You love that. 43.8% from the field, 7 to 16. Turnovers, they have to be cleaned up, obviously. 47.4% true shooting. I agree, and I will always say this, Angel Reese does not have a whistle at all. So many times you see her get blatantly fouled and clobbered, and she just does not get the calls, and she should have got to the free throw line more than she did tonight. But you know what? Angel Reese, this is a fantastic stat line, and she's putting this up against the Minnesota Lynx, okay? So yeah, I would like to see her keep taking those mid-range jump shots, keep taking those threes, keep expanding and everything like that, because she just always gets crowded in the paint, and you know, it is what it is. But this is still a really good stat line. She did her part. I was happy for the most part with her performance, and Angel Reese just doing Angel Reese things. Another double-double, another double-double, double-double worry. It's just so good to watch Angel Reese play. Like, I get so hyped up. She also scored a bucket on Phee too as well, and just making a difference offensively, defensively, facilitation, 6 assists. Yeah, like Angel Reese, I mean, against a really good defensive team, able to get those tough and ones to go. I just appreciate her game. I do. Another thing I thought of that I have to add, but they really have to get Angel the ball more, bro. So many times I saw her cutting through and she would be wide open and they would just ignore her, bro. So many times, bro. Ariel Atkins, I counted 2 or 3 times where Angel was like this. Angel does this every game, 5 times a game, and they just completely ignore her and going and taking contested layups and stupid shots or passing it to guards who can't shoot. Angel is one of the reasons why we had a chance in this game. You see the stat line. Get her the ball more. Tyler needs to be on their ass about that, but also he doesn't give a fuck about Angel getting involved. Angel got to do so much herself and get it out the mud, and she just has the heart of a champion. That's who she is. But they consistently have to look for her more, especially not having Camilla. And what do? Keep doing the same shit. They never learn. They want to be selfish and take stupid shots, and that really frustrates me, seeing how many times that Angel's open, and I feel. So this was the block she had on Phee. If you know one thing about Phee, that fadeaway jumper is her shot, okay, and she blocked her on that. So I love that. Another thing that I will say about Angel Reese and Phee is that this is one of the best matchups in the W, and they should promote it more instead of promoting the same tired shit with the Fever, bro. We are not hungry. That just be ending up in racism. This is actually good basketball, bro. Every time Angel and Phee go up against each other, it means more. You know, Angel said that her goal is to hold every player she defends really to below their average, and she was able to do that this game and everything like that. And yeah, every time they play each other, it just means more. They're competitive and everything like that. And it's solid basketball. It's fun basketball. They're both great at what they do. So this is something that they should promote more. Angel Reese and Phee hoops, that matchup, I will never miss it. It's just good TV, and we should be talking about that more. We really should. And I'm excited they play each other more and everything, but just always a fun matchup to see. This was the tough bucket that Angel scored over Phee and somebody else. So I love that too. And this just shows how good that Angel Reese has been over her last 5 games. Like, absolutely insane. All double-doubles. And first player in WNBA history with 15-plus rebounds in 5 consecutive games. Angel Reese is a special, special player. Generational. I'm sorry. Also, Angel Reese has entered the top 10 in Chicago Sky all-time rebounding list. There is Angel. And so, yeah, this was a few games ago, and I forgot to share it. But this is big. You know, Angel's not even 2 years in the league and already doing that. She was also Eastern Conference Player of the Week. You look at the averages, you see what Angel Reese has been doing. Angel Reese been balling. And the last thing, Angel Reese has officially been named the All-Star. I made a video talking about this, but I'm happy. Beginning of the season, it wasn't the best for her and everything like that. Like I said, she still has some good performances in that stretch, mind you. But ever since that second New York Liberty game, Angel Reese has been balling. So I'm super happy that she's an All-Star. I figured once the spreadsheet came out, I think she was ranked 12th, which it's still too low for her position, I feel. But I saw that. I was like I started doing the math. I'm like, well, okay, there's 2 teams and da-da-da-da. So I figured she would probably make it. But just to see the confirmation is great. Second year in the league and her second All-Star nod, so super happy for that, for the honors that she got, just for everything. Angel deserves it all. Like, she has the heart of a champion. She plays her ass off offensively, defensively. Just love to watch Angel Reese play and what she does. So yes, officially an All-Star. We love that. I said this before, but now that it is official, Phee needs to pick Paige Beckers and Angel Reese to be on her All-Star team. Sorry. And if we could get Gabby Williams in there too, I am not complaining. But we need it. It's generational. generational hoops. You know, Paige, Angel, Phee, AZ, my favorite players. AZ not in the W now, but when AZ get in the W, we need that too. We need that. But yeah, let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. On Tuesday, they pick their teams. I will make a video on that, but I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Continue on. Ariel Atkins, 11 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. 4 steals, which is good. 21.4% from the field, 3 of 14. I didn't know it was this bad until I looked afterwards. And 2 of 3 from the 3, made all the free throws, 2 turnovers, and 35.9% true shooting. Not great from the field. At least she was a contributor everywhere else, but it wasn't pretty. I will say this shot is insane. So Ariel is like right over here, but she got this 3 to go to end the third quarter. And that was one of the plays of the game. So I have to share. And also want to take some time to talk about Rachel Banham tonight. So she finishes with 20 points, 2 rebounds, 6 3-pointers made, 2 assists, 53.8% from the field, 7 of 13, 6 of 10 from the 3, only 1 turnover, 76.9% true shooting. Yeah, this was a really good game for Rachel Banham. Dare I say the best game that she's had this entire season. Just doing what she does best, the catch and shoot 3. She had a 3. It was like toward the end of the fourth quarter. That was super clutch. So definitely one of her better games. Like I continuously say, Rachel Banham at the 1. I am not hungry. We need a real point guard bad, or let Angel run it. That's all I have to say. Some tweets from the game that I enjoyed and agreed with. This one, Tyler just loves doing stupid shit. Can't challenge calls, take Angel off the point. Doesn't complain to the refs about their officiating. All around dumb as fuck. Yeah, so many times there's blatant fouls and stuff like that. He has to use his challenges more. Like, it's like we're in Spoon territory. Don't you guys remember last year? Spoon never knew how to use a damn challenge, bro. You got to use more of those. Why are you continuously keeping them in your back pocket? You know, it's one thing to use them and to lose, but to not use them at all, it's very questionable. And he has to get on the refs, ask more about Angel not getting calls. You know, I will say that. Now that I'm thinking about it, there was this play during the game, right? And so basically Angel was trying to take a shot. She got fouled by Courtney Williams and everything like that. They kind of got into it a little bit, and then, you know, they were fine afterwards and everything like that. So there is that. And I will say they called some BS fouls on Angel and everything like that. Yeah, I just looked and I was like, it was like 2 times in the game. I'm like, how is that a foul on Angel? Like, some of the stuff that they be calling. But yeah, Angel's only 1 or 2 technical fouls away from getting suspended for a game or 2. So, you know, you hope that doesn't happen, but I also feel they should rescind some of her technical fouls because they be on BS, but Tyler has to be better. Bro, this one was crazy. They said, what did Hailey Van Lith get her degree in? Child. This one stands out. This ain't crazy, y'all. At WNBA, and it shows the free throw disparity. 1 of 2 at a point, and then the Lynx having 10 of 11. So, you know, having more opportunities for the free throws. And this is in the fourth quarter, by the way. So refs got to be better. Refs got to be better at calling everything consistently. A lot of times whenever I watch games, it's just like the refs are clearly favoring one team or another. And sometimes it's just really bad. Like, they should have got to the line more than they did. You know, I will say that. This is another tweet to add, and I kind of talk about this later in the video, but literally Angel was talking to the ref asking about the calls, them only have 2 free throws going into the fourth quarter, and then they were talking about, oh, it's not her job. The ref was saying it isn't her job to officiate. How are you a ref and it's not your job to officiate the game? Like, that's very weird. And Angel was just saying, like, you know, they just don't get enough calls and she don't give a damn if she get fined. And I appreciate her for calling that, because it, like, they got to be fair. The refs got to be fair. Like, it's so ridiculous. Michaela, 26 minutes, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 44% from the field. Not great from the field, but 11 points, you know, I'll take that today. Elizabeth Williams, 36 minutes, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 50% from the field. That's not awful. Allen, 15 minutes. I think it says 2 points. You know, that's probably right. I can't see the rest. I think it's 25% from the field. He did change the starting lineup today. I forgot to show that, but it was like Rachel and Ariel and Michaela, Angel, and then Elizabeth Williams. So that was a new starting lineup, which I thought, you know, it needed to be different, because ever since Beck Allen got added to the starting lineup, it's been bad. So it was good that he changed it up and everything like that. So, you know, you have those things. Then continuing on, Kia Nurse, 17 minutes, 3 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 20% from the field. What did I tell you guys when Kia Nurse had, like 2 good games this season? I told you guys that I was not going to fall for the Kia Nurse propaganda, and basically that it was a one-off, okay? And of course she shits the bed again. Nothing new. Multiple times you get her catch and shoot threes that she just simply cannot cash in on, being a defensive liability. It's always the same story with Kia Nurse, child. It's always the same story. So, you know, you see those things. Westbell, 5 minutes, 0 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Not great. Hailey Van Lith, only 4 minutes. With Hailey Van Lith, I'm trying to give grace. Like I said, it doesn't look good. Struggling to create separation, getting shot clock violations. Shot selection isn't great at points. She'll get better. It's just, she's a rookie. I'll try to give grace. And then, you know, they didn't play, so there's that. We look at the box score. So first quarter, it was really good, 24-10. I think the Lynx just weren't banking in on a whole lot of the shots, to be honest. Had some good moments of defense and everything like that. I think they said good moments of perimeter defense, which for the Sky, we never have that. So, it was actually good in the first quarter, getting some shots to go, just playing well, playing smart, and then, of course, it went downhill. Second quarter, we had 28-13. The Lynx started to play better. Our shot selection wasn't great. It was bad. Third quarter, 18-15, so able to get back into it a little bit more. Fourth quarter, 24-23. Overall, this was a close game. You look at biggest leads, Sky with the 14 lead in the first, and the Lynx with the 8 lead in the fourth. So you see that. And then we have all the runs. So you see a 19-4 run in the first quarter, 9-0 run in the second quarter, and 24-6 run in the second and third quarter. Best player streaks Retro Bantam with 9 and Courtney Williams with 6. And now we continue on with the head-to-head advanced metrics. So you see field goal percentage, Chicago Sky, 29-78, 37.2%. Like I say continually, we have to fall out of love with the contested layups and everything like that. We have to. I'm tired of seeing those things. We have to kick out the ball more. You have to stop taking less threes and just making bad shots where you're getting blocked. And it very much frustrates me. Lynx were better, 30 of 72. So you see those things, but both teams, it wasn't their best. From the three, 10 of 23. So it was one of our better shooting nights from three. Rachel Bantam helps out with those things, so that's good news. Lynx 6 of 25. I did not realize they were this bad from three, but it makes a whole lot of sense. That's why the game was close. Free throws, you see 7 of 8 for the Sky, and then they had 14 of 17. So they just got more. And then continuing on, turnovers 14-9. So yeah, not great. Have to do a better job and stop making bad passes into traffic, stepping out of bounds, traveling, the turnovers. It's just bad. You have to be smarter with that. Lynx play great defense, so definitely able to force them into turnovers at points, but have to be better. Rebounding 50-45. We have Angel Reese. 90% of the time we're going to out-rebound, okay? But we could always stand to do better crashing the boards outside of Angel, because Angel's really the difference maker. And every time Angel goes out, they can't rebound. Assists 21-21. We tied. Blocks 10-2. Yeah, they were having a block party on us. It was bad. Defensive rebounds 29-31. So there was that. And then offensive rebounds 14-8. So we got that too. Continuing on, points off turnovers 14-16. You have that. Points in the paint 36-30. Fast break points 8-19. We're continuously not good in transition. So many times, like I say, blowing easy layups. We have to stop doing that. And blowing uncontested shots. It's very frustrating to see. We're not great in transition. The defense is not great in transition. Like I say, these in my Dallas reviews have a lot of the same points. But, awful in transition. Awful. And then they're playing great defense to keep you out of transition also as well. And then you see second chance points 11-6, which we're better in. Steals 4-6, and personal fouls 16-17. So why do I think that the Chicago Sky lose this game? It's just about not being able to keep up the momentum throughout the entire game and just playing bad down the stretch. Fouling them certainly doesn't help as well. You got to play what got you into the game in the first place. Playing team basketball, making a smart pass. Angel had a really smart pass, I think, to Elizabeth Williams whenever she was trapped in the paint. So she kicked out the ball. Elizabeth Williams got the little layup there. We need to do more of those things, setting more plays for each other and just playing smarter. It's just so many times the guards, they want to be the superstar. And you have to remember, there's other people. You're going to get crowded in the paint or wherever it is. You may get double teamed and trapped. You have to pass the ball in those situations, and you have to always pass the ball to get the better shot, okay? Not every shot is a great shot, and it's like they continuously don't understand that. We play well when we play like a team. When we don't play well, we don't play like a team. And it's like they're not realizing that. So that frustrates me. Obviously, Tyler's rotations and decision management has to have something to do with that as well. Bad shot selection, defense not being good enough throughout the whole game to contest the Lynx shots and everything like that. And so that's definitely something that's frustrating. I think I already said fouling them down the stretch, but that's a bad problem. I just think that the shot selection continuously is not great as well. And yeah, as a team, everybody has to show up more. Everyone has to show up more. I mean, we had multiple people in double figures, which is the good news, But yeah, as a team, it could have been better. It could always be better offensively, defensively. The good news is that we only lost by 5 points against a very good Minnesota Lynx team. So at least we were able to be in the dance really until the end. But it's just cleaning up on those things, playing better, playing smarter. You have to do that. And Obviously, I think the refs have a part in it. Obviously, I don't think that's why we lose this game. I think, that's a part, but I don't think it's the main reason. But yeah, just the way that they were not getting fouls called and everything like that, calling BS fouls, those things are frustrating and everything like that. So I think it's multiple things to go around, but only losing to 5 to the Minnesota Lynx, I'll take it. Especially because we don't have Camilla. Camilla would have helped a lot. So yeah, I don't know if she's going to be back, because the way that they have scheduled it, we're literally about to play the Lynx 3 more times. Camilla should be there for a time or two of that. But yeah, there's that. So, I mean, that's why. And then assist to turnover ratio could stand to be better. But I'll say those things. Also, something that I love for the Lynx is the fact that they all wore Nafisa Collier slam shirt, because as we know, she had that photo shoot. You love to see that. You love to see that. So during the game, Jessica Shepard literally got called for a travel, and it reminded me of this moment whenever they played Dallas and Paige said 15 travels every time she touches it. Exactly. I said Jessica Shepard travel. I'm sure. Like, it was so funny. And then she was like, no, I don't. And Paige was like, yeah, you do. Like, Paige clocking it. I don't know. I thought it was hilarious. On to the Minnesota Lynx part. So we got Nafisa Collier, one of my favorite players, okay? So we got 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 blocks for Nafisa Collier, 43.8% field goal percentage, 7 of 16, no threes, all made free throws, 3 turnovers, and 55% true shooting. So just Nafisa Collier doing what Nafisa Collier does best. Always a treat to get to see Nafisa Collier play basketball, especially against Angel. I just love the matchup. I really do. And so she was just playing great. Able to get some tough shots to go. Just her awareness without the ball, how unselfish that she is as a player. The fadeaway never gets old. From 3 of the last few games, hasn't been great. Would like to see more of the fadeaway and more finishing at the basket. But she still had a really good stat line. Able to cash in on all the free throws and just playing her game and doing what she does. So you see that. So, we'll take it. And Angel held her below her average, which is the goal. So, I leave here with something. Always a treat to watch both of them play. Now we look at Courtney Williams. So she finishes with 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists, 58.8% field goal percentage, 10 of 17 from the field, 2 of 5 from the 3 free throws, made 2 turnovers, and 68.2% true shooting. So this was actually a great game by Courtney Williams. I'll give her 6s today because I couldn't give Courtney Williams a 10. I still stand by everything. And to those who didn't see, Courtney Williams has been named an All-Star. I don't think that All-Star was deserved given her production, averaging 12.9 points per game. That is not an all-star for a guard. There's a lot of good guards in this league. Kayla McBride on the same team, she would have been better for the all-star. And I still stand on that shit, even after this performance. And whatever, it is what it is. But this was a good game for her, just able to get some good shots to go and everything like that. Could stand to pass the ball to Nafisa more. Multiple times I've seen Nafisa looking wide open, and they pass her up. Like 5 times this game I counted. Not just her, other people on the team, but they have to pass to Nafisa more. Nafisa is the MVP. Nafisa is the best player on the damn team. If Nafisa Collier wants the basketball, you give her the basketball. So yeah, there's some points where I'm like a little bit selfish, could stand to pass it a little bit more, and everything like that, but I'll say that. Also, I tweeted this, but I'm like, bro, this is Courtney Williams after she had her masterclass tonight. And I know that she's probably looking at her in, like, admiration, but it just, like, looking at it, to me, it's kind of giving, like, plotting. So I'm kind of using it in that way. But, bro, this had to be Courtney Williams' reaction after that masterclass tonight and everything like that. Because the streets were not feeling that all-star night. Just thought of that I wanted to add is during the broadcast, they were like, oh, Courtney Williams has the most mid-range jump shots this season, da-da-da-da. Which is not true. She just now tied Paige Beckers. If you know one thing about Paige Beckers, that is a mid-range demon. The mid-range jump shot is Paige Beckers' shot. And she just now tied Paige Beckers, and you guys talking about she was leading it when she just now tied today. Like, you guys don't be looking at the statistics, bro. Like, they were just lying. And people really gonna believe that shit. I'm sorry. The second that Paige stepped foot into the WNBA, the mid-range jump shot queen, the moment, that's hers. That's her shot. So I'm just like, child, they say anything. I think when the season's done and over with, Paige will be leading in the mid-range jump shot again. But don't forget my mid-range demon, because that's disrespectful. Bro. They be saying anything. They just made that up. Like, continue on to everybody else. So Diamond Miller, 16 minutes, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 75% from the field. Yeah, she just hit some great shots. I think she had 2 threes in this game. The last game, she had a 3 to end the first quarter and a 3 to end the third quarter as well. So, I like to watch her when she she plays, you know, it's been good. It's been good. So I think good off the bench. Kayla McBride, we have 33 minutes, 11 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block, 30% from the field. I will say that Kayla McBride, the last 3 or 4 games, she has really been struggling. It has not been great. You know, this game, I feel like she tried to get more crafty. She hit this floater. I think it was toward the end of the game, which was really clutch as well and everything like that. Eventually, she'll bounce back. She's kind of in a shooting slump at the moment. So you have those things. At least she was able to capitalize on the free throw. So you see that, but not her best, but at least we got double figures, I suppose. I already talked about Nafisa Collier. I don't know how to pronounce the next woman's name, my apologies, but 12 minutes, 5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal, and 3 blocks. So making something on the defensive end. Now we continue with Lana Smith, 24 minutes, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steal, 2 blocks, 28.6% from the field. I think they said she leads the league in blocks per game, so, you know, at least getting it done on the defensive end. So those are good things. Last game, she fell like 5 times, and she had to leave the game and everything like that, and I think she came back in that game last time, and then somehow she's back here. But what do they be giving her in the locker room? Every game, she be falling like 5 times, and somehow she just gets up and gets back in the game. I don't know how. So, you know, there's that. Outside of the points, it's not a bad stat line, but she has to be better from the field. I will say that one. And so you guys already know what I'm going to say. She always misses easy layups every single game for the last 5 or 6 games. And it has to stop. It's uncontested layups that you're missing. And, you know, moments in transition you're missing. And I'm tired of seeing it. Every single game this has been happening. And it bothers me. Carlton went scoreless again? Bro, I did not even realize this till now. She has to get it together, bro. Scoreless again. I'm not hungry. Jessica Shepard, 12 minutes, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 100% from the field. So, I mean, decent for the time. Heidemann, no point. Child, it's not good. Then we have Peely, didn't play, Kosu, and then Carly Samuelson, like I said, out for the rest of the season with that foot injury. Why did the Lynx win this game? One of my mutuals was kind of saying it best, and I agree, but the Lynx pretty much always troll to, you know, start the game and everything like that, and then somewhere in like the second, third, or fourth quarter, they just lock in and they do what they're supposed to do, because that first quarter, it was looking real bad for them, okay, and everything like that. But, you know, eventually they locked in, they did what they were supposed to do, offensively, defensively, and everything like that, able to get more shots to go, playing their game all around. In the beginning, it wasn't pretty, but the Lynx are like the best closing team in the league, and they're one of my teams, so, you know, always good to see another Lynx win. At least this was something that was competitive. I really wanted this to be an overtime game because this game was really good, and these matchups are always something I look forward to. But let me know what you think below.